Hey,
Hey, everybody.
we're back.
Welcome to the first ever episode of Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby.
Heyo. We wanted to make this as cheesy as possible for an intro. But seriously, though, this is just super low key, totally unscripted, very raw, uncensored. I think we might loosen up the language a little bit here. So if you guys have sensitive ears and you don't like words like poo or what's another bad word?
We might even say, we might slip out the word fart every once in a while.
You never know. You just never know on Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby.
Yeah, this is the post podcast show. This is uncensored. This is unscripted. You have no idea what's going to happen. We have no idea what's going to happen. Yeah, and that's the whole purpose of this show.
That's right. By the way, it looks like Jay Hall joined us, and he said, "Yo, bro, what's up, Jay? How are you, man?
What up, Jay?
Yeah, how's the farm,
Jay, you
man?
should call. You should call. Be our first caller. We need a caller. We need somebody to call in, or anybody, whoever's listening, whoever wants to call us, be our first ever caller that calls in live. And is that your second high five?
This is my second high five, man.
You know what? I think you should take control of the show while I go grab my second M43 because I've only had one, and that's not enough. So I'll be right back.
All right.
You think you can handle that?
I think I can.
That's how
handle it.
unscripted this is. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. So it's just me. I have the show now. You know what's funny is actually I just watched Wayne's World on Sunday, and I hadn't seen that movie in probably 20 years or so, but I used to love it when I was a kid. And there's that scene when Wayne bails on the show, and it's just Garth out there, and they're like zooming in on his head. And anyway, he freaks out and he gets real mad at Wayne for blowing him off. So I'm thinking I feel a little upset with Webby for blowing me off there, but I'll forget.
I'm back.
him.
That was
You're
quick.
back?
It was not even long. You didn't even have to go along without me.
Let me ask you a question. Did you hear anything I said when your headphones were off at all?
No, not one bit.
If you can guess the movie that I brought up, like I'll give you $1,000.
Forrest Gump.
Nope. Wayne's
Okay.
World.
Ah,
Because do you remember the scene in Wayne's World when Wayne leaves and then Garth is there alone and he freaks out, and you know what I'm talking about? No.
I do. Wait, wasn't that Wayne's World 2?
No.
Or was that Wayne's World 1?
Wayne's World 2 sucked, man.
Did you happen to think of Wayne? Yeah, it did really suck. But did you think of that movie because I have the Wayne and Garth pop vinyls in the background on my wall of pop vinyls?
No, let me zoom in on.
Actually, I don't even know if you can see it because they're right here. Can you see them?
Oh, you can kind of tell, but not really.
I wasn't sure. I really wasn't sure. I like this. It's like so relaxed. I really don't even care what happens right now.
Yeah.
This is a totally different feel. The podcast was amazing, though. Katie was an epic guest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this whole dinking around with Eddie and Webby, it's just like we just get to relax, be ourselves. We can say swear words if we want to. And
we might have somebody who might join us here, so keep talking for a minute.
Nice.
We're gonna see.
Nice. But yeah, if you're the first person to ever join us, you are gonna make Eddie and Webby history. So not sure who is in the works to possibly join us. Why are you showing yourself and not me? I'm the one talking.
Oh my
Shouldn't
God,
I be on camera? Jesus. Jesus H. Cripes.
Yep.
That's the kind of vulgar language you can expect from the post podcast show. So I apologize for anybody out there that doesn't like that kind of language, but yeah, sometimes that just might slip out because we just don't know.
You never know.
You never know.
So yeah, so while we're waiting to see if somebody can join us here, let's talk about the Midwest Indoor Winter Pickleball Championships.
Yes, man, that was such a fun tournament. I don't know about you. You've experienced quite a few great tournaments down there in Florida, but for me, that was the most fun tournament I've done so far. It was such a great time.
You know, every tournament I play in, I feel like I get a little bit more and more comfortable with them. I kind of know what to expect, and I feel like that leads to a better experience. But I think that tournament was great for a few different reasons. Number one, that facility, the Grand Rapids Tennis and Fitness, is that what it's called? I never remember the
Nope,
name.
that is absolutely incorrect. It is called Grand Rapids Racket and Fitness.
Okay, because tennis means just tennis, but racket could mean tennis, pickleball, badminton, squash, right?
Which is kind of funny because I mean pickleball doesn't use a racket; it uses a paddle.
Yeah, well, but
Am
it's
I right?
mean, yeah, but ping pong isn't that considered I guess that's a paddle sport. Yeah, you're right.
But
You
it
got
really depends on who you ask because like when I first started playing pickleball, I did a search and I do believe pickleball was listed under a racket sport, but if you think about it, you don't use a racket. I mean, you only use a racket in tennis and badminton and I don't know. Do you use a racket in racquetball? I'm not sure. I've never played racquetball.
no, well, yeah, you use it's like it's similar, more similar to a tennis racket. It's not a paddle. How about that?
Oh, so you don't use a paddle in racquetball? I could have swore you used a paddle in a racquetball.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of obvious in the name that it's called racquetball. That should be enough, but eh, who knows?
But yeah,
Um,
seriously, the Midwest Indoor Winter Championships was awesome. Brandon Schmeling was the tournament director, and he was also my partner in the very first ever Eddie versus Webby match.
mhm. Yeah, I think he did a great job. I think it ran like a well-oiled machine. There were plenty of courts there. And what I thought was great was I got to play all of my matches in the dedicated pickleball courts. There's 4 dedicated pickleball courts at that facility, and the other ones they basically convert tennis courts into 2 pickleball courts on either side. And from going from playing outdoors all the time to playing indoors, it's already a little bit of a struggle as it is. To add a layer of, now you have like a metal building where sounds echoing, it just throws off my senses, where I didn't feel like it was that overwhelming as much playing on the dedicated pickleball courts. So I don't know. What did you think of that?
Yeah, that like to me that was the best facility I've ever played at because of the 4 dedicated indoor pickleball courts. And as everybody knows, I prefer the indoor situation because I hate the fact that the weather elements can cause a lot of heartbreak. I mean, there's been times where the weather was too windy, or it rained, or it was so sunny that one side had a major disadvantage. To me, where we played for for that tournament at the Grand Rapids Racket and whatever, I forget what it's called already. Yeah, at the Grand Rapids Racket and Fitness, they have those 4 dedicated indoor courts. That situation to me is the best scenario for playing pickleball.
Yeah, if I don't get to play outdoors, I totally agree with you. My second choice would absolutely be that. And man, I tell you what, like that facility is great. I'm sure you guys know, if you follow the channel, but that's where Webby and I ended up playing for the Beer City Open. We were supposed to play outdoors at Belknap Park last summer, but the day that it was men's doubles, it rained. So they moved us indoors. It was a very seamless transition. And I love that facility. If I'm going to play indoors, that one's good. The one that we played Dink for Pink was also nice and in kind of a different way though, too.
Yeah, the Dink for Pink was a very nice situation too. That was was a tennis center, and they taped off lines to play pickleball, which worked really good. But still, having a dedicated pickleball court indoors is absolutely perfect for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it was great. And
Yep.
I think now would either be a great time to play the Pickleball Rap from Jackson Marzani, or if you want to take things away on your own again, whichever you prefer.
Is that code for you have to pee?
Yes, I have to. That's code, very much so.
All right. Well, to the listener out there that's trying to call in, we might step away for a minute while you're trying to get connected here. So, actually, yes, I want to set the stage though properly. The Pickleball Kid, Jackson Marzani, our good friend, he made an awesome rap song about a month ago or so, and there's a special appearance from 2 people that you know and you love, and I'm just going to go ahead and play it now. So enjoy.
What's up, guys? Pickleball Kid on this beat. Hey, make sure you scroll down, hit that big red subscribe button. Let's go, let's get it. Pickleball Kid at 300 subscribers. Yeah, we're going fast, I'ma be a survivor. Yeah, we're up next, on the court, I'm a fighter. But in real life, I'm really just a mind. Yeah, sometimes I hit hard when I know I should. Subscribe to the channel, great content cooking. This sport is the next big thing. It's not just for seniors, so come and take a swing. The turn comes deep, so I hit a drop shot, put a little backspin, and it hits the jackpot. Nice. I got consistency, call me a robot. Wally. I really do know how to hit that soft spot. Let's go. Balling's at their feet while I'm charging the net. Opponent's not a threat, not breaking the sweat. Sometimes I forget, just because I'm 14. I'm a machine, and this is just my routine. Ball comes back, top spin real low, so I hit that fifth shot, nice and soft, you know, I'm in the zone. Yeah, you can't stop my flow. It can be tempting to go hard, but you know I keep it slow. Back and forth on the net, yeah, they get my backhand, but I stay strong, wait for it, I'm really in command. Just when the ball is a little too high, I demand. I whip it, hit the winner, patience pays off in the end. Pickleball Kid at 300 subscribers. Yeah, we're going fast, I'ma be a survivor. Yeah, we're up next, on the court, I'm a fighter. But in real life, I'm really just a mind. If I see you on the court, you're going down. Get beat by a kid, have you looking like a clown. Playing in Austin, that's my hometown. Called Eddie and Webby, so I see y'all around.
This is Webby, not Eddie, and I'm in the house. Spreading the word about pickleball's what I'm all about. I ain't afraid to admit I'm a 3.0 player. If you look down on me, you ain't nothing but a hater. My life was changed the day I learned about pickleball. I'm a nice guy, but on the court I'm a wild animal. I wish I could play pickleball every day. Here's my boy Eddie, tell us what you have to say.
Eddie, not Webby, and I got mad skills. You wanna take me on, you better shoot to kill. You know your game's weak, so you just keep driving it. Running all around, just trying to stay alive in it. I'll target at your feet, keep you running to the back. You keep on lobbing, cause you know your drops are whack. Tap paddles, game's over, and you know we won. Jackson, Eddie, and Webby, we're second to none.
Yeah, Pickleball Kid at 300 subscribers. Yeah, we're growing fast, I'ma be a survivor. Yeah, we're up next, on the court, I'm a fighter. But in real life, I'm really just a mind. Sometimes I hit it hard when I know I shouldn't. Subscribe to the channel, great content cooking. This sport is the next big thing. It's not just for seniors, so come and take a swing.
Thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed that video, smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And I want to thank Eddie and Webby for helping me on this video. I teamed up for a video on their channel, which I will link in the description. We did a podcast. Go check it out. Show them some love. Check out their stuff. If you like it, subscribe to them as well. Remember, I'm always up to suggestions. Check me out on Facebook. It's just Jackson Marzani, my name. You can message me there. Or just in the comment section below, tell me what you want to see. I'll be down there. As always, let's get a conversation going. I'll catch you guys in the next one. More great content coming soon. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Gotta love the Pickleball
Oh, yeah. Like he said, smash that subscribe button on the Eddie and Webby channel. Smash that like button on the Pickleball Kid channel. You will not be disappointed with either of those smashes of the buttons.
Oh, yeah. That was fun, man. Do you know what else is fun, though, is that we actually have a guest that is going to join the first ever Dinking Around with Eddie Webby. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yep. He's our good friend. You guys know him. You love him. Hopefully the audio and everything is working out. Let's bring him on. What's going on? Jay Hall, man.
Oh, Jay, what's up?
Uh-oh. Can we hear?
The video's working.
Yeah, can you hear us,
Not
man?
the audio.
We can't hear you if you can't. If you can. Yeah? All right, let's see here. Uh-oh. Well, let's see if we can't get this thing working. Looks like it says microphone turned off.
You just got to turn your microphone on, Jay, and then you'll be all set. Pickleball Kid at 300 subscribers. Did it do but the Bibers. Pretty sure that's how the lyrics go.
Uh-oh, man. All right. Looks like your microphone's turned on. Can you hear us now? Uh-oh. Oh, man, I was so looking forward to this.
Oh, man. I'm confident we can get it working. It's just not working right now.
All right. Well, I tell you what. Why don't we do this? Jay, see if you can't maybe reset it or whatnot. Come on back on. Let us know if you're able to. But, man, yeah, hopefully we can get you on.
I mean, that's part of the charm of doing a live, unscripted post-podcast. Dinking around with Eddie and Webby, yo.
Yes. Yeah, I mean that is unscripted, going live. This is what happens. But I know we were talking about pickleball matches, but did you see that a few people posted today that article about the woman in the Villages who ended up getting arrested for assault on her husband over a pickleball argument?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Like, how do you think that went down? Like, what? Like, how could that possibly have happened? Right? Like, what? Like, tell me how you think that happened.
So I have a feeling what happened was maybe the woman was set up for like a perfect smash shot, and the dude just like kind of poached over into her area, hit the ball, maybe hit it into the net, and that just set her off, which is totally understandable.
You know, a couple weeks ago we had Joey Farias on, and he was talking about how he was going to be up there doing a clinic in the Villages. I wonder if it was his clinic. We should ask him to see. Maybe he's the reason they got into an argument.
Yeah. That seems like a total Joey Farias move. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. What'd you do, Joey?
I don't even know.
Jeez. Yeah, I couldn't believe it, though. I thought that was funny. Like, and I think the best part is that they had to bring up that it was an argument over pickleball. It's kind of like when they bring up when an Uber driver attacks somebody, right? It's like, what does the fact that they're an Uber driver have anything to do with the situation? Right. It's kind of similar to this. It's like, here's my theory, right? You either have a tennis player who hates pickleball and wants to make it sound bad, or you have somebody that loves pickleball, wants to get the word out there, and they were responsible for putting out this press release. And so they just included the fact that it was over an argument about pickleball that it led to domestic violence.
Yeah, like it could have easily just been like mentally disturbed woman attacks husband, but no, they have to say woman attacks husband over pickleball match.
Right. Yep. That was funny though.
Is it just me, or I feel like I still hear that feedback I was hearing when Gizmo was trying to connect with us? Do you hear that?
You hear it, but our audience doesn't.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, but hey, Jay, if you're out there, man, say something. Let's see if we can hear you again. You out there? Go ahead and say something. No, got nothing, man.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. No, I'm not. I'm not giving up on Jay.
No, we're not giving up on Jay just
never
yet,
give up. Never give up on Jay.
Mm-mm.
Never gonna give up on him. Never gonna give up on him.
I love it. You never know what's gonna happen here. What else do you want to talk about, man? What's new? You know, for those of you that don't know out there, Webby and I really started this podcast and this whole YouTube channel so that we could just like hang out. I used to live in Michigan for 30 some years, and you know, we'd be able to hang out in person quite a bit. And then I moved to Florida, and you know, this was a way for us to keep connected. So let's just talk, man. Let's just hang out. You know, what's new?
Yeah.
Tell me about life.
So one thing I want to talk about is also pickleball related. So I recently, so I live in Michigan. That's no secret. I live in Southeast Michigan, which is close to Detroit. That's how the Canadians say Detroit. They say Detroit.
I thought they say Detroit.
Well, I know like Don Cherry usually says Detroit.
Detroit.
Anyway. Anyways, so anybody who knows anything about Michigan and the Detroit area knows that Dan Gilbert is like an amazing, amazing man who is helping restore the city of Detroit. So I decided to reach out to the man himself, Dan Gilbert, about trying to bring pickleball to the city of Detroit. And I got a response, and it was from an assistant of his. And I had a feeling like if I email Dan Gilbert directly, I'm probably not going to actually get an email in front of his eyes because he's a billionaire. So he's probably going to have assistants looking at his emails and seeing what needs to go to him or not. But anyways, his assistant replied and said that they thought that was a great idea to bring pickleball to Detroit. And they got me in touch with some project managers that control things that happen in downtown Detroit, and they really like the idea. And it's becoming closer to a reality to possibly have pickleball in downtown Detroit, like in the they put up basketball courts, they put up volleyball courts, they put up stuff like that, and there's a chance that I might be able to help convince them to get pickleball offered in the downtown Detroit area. And if I can do that, I feel like that's mission accomplished as ambassador for the USAPA.
You can do anything. Well, speaking of that, so where, like, are you talking about the area that's kind of right by Campus Marshes, over by the, what's that coffee shop right there that they pump all the coffee smell out? Roasting Plant. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the roasting plant is right right down there. There's that strip. It goes, there's like a Subway and a Domino's and stuff like that. I think maybe, is it Cadillac Square? I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's right next to Campus Marshes Park. And I'm telling you, if pickleball gets offered there, I think it's going to be huge. Because the people that know what pickleball is, they're definitely going to go there and try to play it. And people that don't know what it is, they're going to be intrigued and want to try to learn how to play. So I feel like it's going to be massive. And if I can help make that happen, that's going to be a dream come true. And I'm gonna do my best to make that happen.
That'd be awesome, man. Especially because, you know, when I come up there for work once every couple months or so, I'm always looking for a place to be able to go play. And typically, you know, I land at the airport, I take a Metro card downtown, and I stay downtown for the entire week that I'm there. And I want to be able to get exercise. I can always go and, you know, work out in the gym at the hotel I'm staying at, but I'd rather get my exercise playing pickleball. And so, you know, for those of you out there that watch our videos, you know that sometimes I'll go to Wayne with Webby to be able to play. But I'm sure that, you know, that's kind of an inconvenience for Webby to have to do that. It's definitely a little bit out of the way for me staying downtown. If there was a way to be able to get pickleball right downtown, then I would work, do some social activities, and then just go play pickleball and stay active and stay up on my game the whole time.
Yeah.
It would be amazing.
Yeah, you could either go right there from working or go get some dinner, get some drinks, then head to the area that has pickleball. I mean, even if they make it to where you have to sign up for it, and like if they have just like 1 or 2 courts, 6 to 12 people maximum that can sign up, you're golden.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. And especially because I love playing outdoors, so knowing that there'd be some outdoor stuff available. But when we had Joey Farias on too on the podcast a couple weeks ago, he brought up that there's pickleball coming to the Detroit Athletic Club. Did he say that, or somewhere down there, or that there's pickleball already there? Do you know about this?
I do believe he said something about that. And also, when I reached out to Dan Gilbert and the people that I got in contact with as a result of that, they said that there was a park in Detroit that added some dedicated pickleball courts. It's not like in downtown Detroit. Like I want it in downtown Detroit. You can travel like outside of Detroit, like maybe about 15 minutes or so, and you can get some outdoor dedicated pickleball courts, which is awesome. But what I'm looking for specifically is for them to offer pickleball right there in the heart of downtown Detroit. If they could do that, that's going to be awesome. And I feel like it'll put Detroit on the map. And there's a YMCA in Detroit, and I think they actually offer pickleball, but only during like weird hours where only retired people can do it. So I feel like if they offer it in the downtown area and the YMCA catches wind of that, they'll maybe offer it during times that is good for people that actually work. And that's the main thing. Like that's my whole goal in this pickleball life right now is to get pickleball offered for people that work, because right now it's like 90% dedicated to people that are retired, especially in Southeast
Yeah.
Michigan. Like there's other parts like Grand Rapids. There's an awesome pickleball scene in Grand Rapids in the west side of the state of Michigan, but on in Southeast Michigan, it's not so great. I mean, there are some good options. Like Northville, Michigan has weekend offerings, which are very cool. And but there needs to be more. And I can't wait until the day where pickleball is readily available for anybody who wants to play, and not just retired people.
That's right. Old people, get out the way, because we're about to invade your territory. And here's the other thing too. I've seen they have some events where it's like 55 plus, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
listen. Yeah. Go ahead.
So tomorrow I have the day off work. So I'm all about trying places new. Like I want to see like what else is out there other than what I'm currently playing. So I looked on like other parts of the state that's like maybe an hour away, because I've got the day off so I can travel a little bit. And there was a place that's not too far, and it offers the perfect time frame. It's like almost all day pickleball, and they even have like a dedicated time for like intermediate to advanced players, which I feel like that's what my goal currently is. Like I feel like I'm beyond the point of playing with beginners. I want to play with the intermediate to advanced level to try to get myself to get better skills. And it's 55 and over only. I even called them and they said it's open to anybody as long as you're 55 or over. So that takes me out of the running. So it's like, come on, man! Like, offer it to anybody.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
wait a second. I just heard something. It almost sounded like J/Gizmo Hall.
Well, let's see if he's there. Jay, you with us, man?
I'm hoping you can things.
Oh man, what's going on, dude? Yeah, it sounds like we've had a little bit of a rough connection trying to get you on tonight. But what the hell's going on, man?
Oh man, I'm trying to be like y'all boys when I grow up. That's all, you know.
I like it.
Man, what up, man? Gizmo? Long time no see. I'm glad to see you again.
Yeah, man. You know, just I've been on the grind, man. That's all I can say, man. One day at a time. You know, trying to make things happen behind the scenes, get ready for the open. Definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be awesome. So, in addition to the farm you got going on, I saw that you've been doing some what are you calling it, like drills, and I don't remember exactly what it is, but you've been doing drills with people, right?
Yeah, so it's just like skills and drills. I mean, everybody wants to play games, and I mean, if you're just playing games, you're not really working on stuff, you know. So it's just pretty much different skills where you're working on third shot drops, where you're getting a bunch of reps in, or you're working on, you know, shot placement, or, you know, breaking down gameplay analysis and stuff like that. So basically just kind of catering to whatever anybody's weakness is and what area they want to get better in.
All right. How's that been going, man?
Nice.
Yeah. It's been good, man. I had 2 this week, and I'm gonna try to get one more in next week before I head out. I'm actually heading out west, so it's good, man. You know, it's just beginning, but you gotta start somewhere. You know, you can only go out them, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, so I love following your pickleball journey, but I've got to tell you, I'm super intrigued by the whole pickleball farm that you've got going on. I mean, like every day it seems like you're adding new animals to the farm. I love it. It's like how do you get access to like farm animals? Like how does that, like, where do you go? Is there like do you go to Amazon and like you buy animals or what?
Yeah. Just go to Amazon.com and search farm animals, and I guarantee you that's exactly where we're from.
Nice. I love it. So do you have an ETA on?
You know, just like.
Do you have an ETA on when you're going to have the pickleball court built and ready to play on at the pickleball farm?
just now to I've been talking to a few different contractors. We should be breaking ground in the next month or so. If I had to say, starting to getting it all framed out, getting all that pre-work, getting it leveled up and stuff like that. So, if all goes well, hopefully May or so we'll be able to kind of break ground and get rolling.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll be pretty
because you're
badass.
hell yeah. Like your farm really isn't that far. I think it's like about 8 hours, maybe 8.5 hours from where I'm at. So I could easily make a weekend trip or a long weekend trip out of it and take a visit to there. So yeah, I definitely as soon as you break ground and have the grand opening of the pickleball farm pickleball court, I will be there.
Sure. So around me right now, we just picked up four more turkeys in the last 2 days. I've got 2 bourbon red turkeys and what are the other ones?
I don't remember.
2 Royal Palm turkeys. But the thing is, with turkeys, you can't introduce the males to each other during mating season, and apparently mating season is from now until June.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they'll like fight to the death. So I had to like put them in separate pens and stuff like that. But so far so good. Once the mating season's over, they'll be best friends until next mating season. It's all good.
That's cool.
Nice.
Did you know much about farming at all before you kind of went into this journey?
I just knew that I was tired of living next to neighbors. I kind of want to just mind my business and to be left alone, if you will.
Sure.
But our last place that we lived at was houses upon houses upon, and we just didn't like it. So we're like, yo, we need a minimum of 5 acres, and we ended up with 10 and a pond. So couldn't be more happy than that. That's for sure.
Yeah, you were showing me the layout of the land, dude. Oh God, it looked so nice, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
with the weather. Go ahead.
During this past hunting season, you and I were talking a lot, and you showed me the land that you were thinking about purchasing. You hadn't purchased it yet, and I was like, man, that looks awesome. It was great land for hunting, great land for fishing, and it just looked awesome, looked incredible, and it seems like the perfect place for you to be living right now.
Yeah, no, it's funny because we were looking to move. We're all looking on Zillow. That I found the property, my wife found the property, and our real estate agent all found the property separately, and it was the one that we showed to each other, and we're just like, yo. So when we came to look at it, there was another house we were supposed to go look at after. I was just like, yo, you can cancel that. Like, this is it. I'm not going to even look at the other house.
Yeah, especially
I don't
because
want to
all
waste
three
your
of you
time,
guys,
lady.
right? Yeah, it's like all three of you. It was your number one. It sounds like you showed up and you knew that was the place. So it's like, why even bother? Let's go with what we know.
Yeah, that's a sign. It was meant to be.
Sure.
Absolutely. And we actually just got a post on Facebook from Ian Moss. He said, "You guys got Jay Hall on your show. That dude is the man. He has to come to the D." And he plans to come to the D anytime soon. That's Detroit. In case you're not aware, the D means Detroit. It doesn't mean something else that you might think it means.
I mean, I know this is an after-hours show, but I mean, I didn't think we were going like that off the rip, but I was like, is it Dallas? Are we talking Dubai? Are we talking Detroit? Most definitely. I'm definitely trying to come up north. We got the Beer City Open up there, right?
Grand Rapids,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Are you in on that?
Hey, come on, man. Is the Pope Catholic, baby?
Hell yeah, dude, because we're gonna be there that weekend, and that's where last year's Beer City Open, that's where Webby and I kind of that was like the fire that lit under our asses for pickleball. We'll be there for sure, man, and that if you're there, that's gonna be badass.
Oh, that's going to be such an epic weekend. Like that's going to be finally my first taste of professional pickleball players. Because Eddie, he lives down in Florida in Naples. It's like the heart of pickleball in the country. And I mean, for crying out loud, in episode 34, he had Simone on. He had Joey on. so many great people on the show. I still haven't met any professional players yet. The funny thing is, last year we were at the Beer City Open. We were there with all of the best pros in the in pickleball at the time, but we were so new to the sport, we had no idea. I mean, Kyle Yates was nearby, Aspen Kern was nearby.
What about the
Tyson
picture
McGuffin.
of? Yeah, there's a picture of Andrea Coop and Tyson McGuffin sitting there, and I'm in the background right behind them at the parent pre-party.
Yeah.
And I had no idea who they were.
Yeah, Eddie is in the background of a picture with Andrea Coop and Tyson McGuffin, and we had no idea who they were at the time.
No
and
clue.
Yeah, I feel like everybody kind of goes through that phase to where like you start watching some stuff too, but a couple of your face, so they're professional, this, that, and the third, and then you go to an event and you're like, oh snap, that's such and such,
Yeah.
and you're like, well, I wonder if I can I just want to say hello, and it's like, yo, most people are cool, like, just come up to them, hey, what's going on? I'm such and such, introduce yourself, everything is all good, but it's funny from like when people are like very new, people are like, oh, have you heard of such and such? They're like, no, I haven't heard of that. And then you start watching videos and you're like, oh, cool. And you start going to tournaments. You're like, oh, wait, that's them right there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to lie, Jay. That's kind of how I felt the first time I met you. I was like, oh, that's Gizmo, dude. That's Jay Hall. And we ended up becoming good friends that weekend. We had a blast over there in Plantation and hanging out over in Fort Lauderdale. We had a good time, but I kind of felt that way a little bit meeting you for the first time.
Oh, man, I appreciate the kind words, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm just the average Joe Blow with a dream right now, man. That's it. I'm no different than Eddie or Webby or anybody else that's, picked up this game and just fell in love with it. But, trying to do some things for sure. But I mean, I'm very personable, if you will, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's one of the things that kind of separates pickleball from other sports is, there's very few people who actually get too big for their britches. Most people are laid back, real cool, will smoke and joke with you, and really will teach you anything you want to know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing that I like about it.
That's for sure.
Now, Jay, like I do, I hope you're okay with getting feedback, but this is the after hours show. This is the Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby. I noticed you said, shh, like you edited yourself. And you said snap, I think, or something like that. You can totally say the word shoot if you want to. You don't have to say you don't have to like edit shh to schnoot. Or I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I've had two M43s. They're starting to kick in. But we do allow the word shoot on the show. You can say that.
That's duly noted. I'll shoot. Yeah. I don't want y'all boys audited by the FCC or nothing like that,
I know the FCC won't let me be, but let me be me. So let me be. They tried to shut us down on MTV, but it feels so empty. There
we go.
Eddie and Webby.
Yeah. What else is new, Jay? What else is going on with you, man?
Yeah, just teaching. As I'm doing now, trying to get into it more, trying to branch out. I'm working on a clinic up in Pittsburgh, in the Pittsburgh area, going up there for the Gamma Classic. Looking forward to that. And yeah, man, like I said, I'm just grinding, man, trying to just go everywhere. So I'm getting ready to leave for Palm Springs, playing in the Lakes tournament. Leave like next Thursday. I'll fly from there to Dallas for the Mid-South Regional. Then I'll be home a week. Then I got the New Jersey Open, and then I'm going down to the U.S. Open. So this next month is pretty busy for me, but I'm looking forward to it.
Nice, man. I'm looking forward to the U.S. Open as well. As you know, that's in my backyard. It's 5 miles down the road for me, so that'll be fun to get a chance to hang out there for sure.
Yeah, I'm super jealous about that. I'm not able to make it down there this year. Hopefully next year, but yeah, I feel like Eddie's going to have another epic experience. I feel like there's going to be another amazing podcast. I know Eddie will definitely do the Eddie and Webby channel proud while I'm not able to be there.
I'll represent.
No doubt. But
Yeah.
the Beer City Open,
Yeah,
I just cannot wait for the Beer City Open because
Yo, so
I feel like that's going to be the who's who of pickleball. Everybody will be there. The fact that Eddie and Webby will be there together means that that's going to be the event of the year.
Forget the U.S. Open. Forget Nationals.
Yeah.
Beer City Open. It's purely because we're going to be there together. That's why it's
U.S.
gonna be epic.
Open. U.S. Open, more like schmoosh schmopen.
Oh, man.
boy, yeah, it's gonna be a good time, man. I'm looking forward to it. I actually used to live in Detroit for a very, very brief time as a wee little Gizmo.
Oh, nice.
How long ago was that?
Oh, we're talking like 1990.
All right.
Yeah, when I was that size right there, that's when I lived in the D, right there.
He was literally the size of Gizmo from the Gremlins.
Exactly. Nah, my mom went to Desert Storm, and then I went to go live with my aunt and my uncle up in Detroit, and yeah, that's pretty much all I remember. I remember this guy on the corner. There's like a candy store. Like he used to give us like bags of peanuts. Like I don't know. I guess my aunt she used to love peanuts, and every time we walk past the store, it's like, "Oh, Mr. Jimmy, you want some peanuts?" Like, "Ah, sure. Let me get some peanuts."
All right.
Nah, it was cool though, man. It was cool.
Yeah, that
I'm sure
city
it's
has
changed a lot since then.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say the exact same thing, man. That city has definitely changed a lot since the mid '90s, man. It's a totally different world down there now.
Yeah, man. I've actually, I don't know if you've ever seen it. There's a documentary, and it might not, I don't know if it's still on Netflix or not, but it's called Burn, and it's about the Detroit Fire Department. And if you haven't seen it, I highly, highly recommend it. If not, you said it's on Amazon? On Amazon. I mean,
Okay.
it's a good documentary.
Nice. I love
yeah.
a good documentary. I
Yeah.
love documentaries. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah, for sure. Like a movie, I can like get disinterested. I just kind of like, but a documentary just keep you, on the edge of your seat. Real. I like stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Hell
man.
yeah.
I don't know if you guys can
so
see
Gizmo. Oh, let's
Go ahead.
see what. See what.
it. Right there. See that right there? Can you hand me that, please? That right there.
Yeah, what's that? Oh, is that the cutting board?
Oh, wait a second.
Ooh.
Nice, man. Oh, that looks nice. That's even better than I thought it turned out.
Yo, this joint right here, man. We can't even cut on it. We got it in the window. Like, I feel like it's like sacrilegious to dirty it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, real talk, man. We appreciate it. Seriously, man.
Of course, man. I was excited for you guys. Like that, that 10 acres and that farm, that's a huge deal. So we just wanted to at least show, a little bit of excitement for you. So congrats on that.
Yeah, and I kid you not, the pickleball farm Facebook stuff, like I love keeping track of what's going on your farm there, and it's amazing what you got going on there. I love the fact that I feel like every day you're adding new animals to it, and it's just incredible. I love it.
Well, it's largely in part to my wife that we're adding new animals every single day. Let me just throw that out there. I just want to, yo. So, like last weekend, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I swear, we kind of like huddled up. It's like, all right, look. So here's the game plan. This is the place you're gonna go to and get some baby chickens. This is the other place that I'm gonna go to and get some baby chickens. She had a list written out, like, all right, I want 2 of these, 4 of these. This is what I want. All right, break, and then we were gone. And then we've got like 40 new to add to the flock. It's ridiculous, man. Yeah, she says we're done. That we're not done.
That's awesome.
So I've got a question for you. I know you have goats on the farm. Do any of the goats do that thing where they like jump on other goats and do like backflips and stuff? Like, have you ever seen those videos of the goats that like jump and like flip off other things?
Yeah, so I got a male goat who he's got horns. Like, there's a picnic table in their area. As soon as I let him out, he'll just run up there and jump on it, and then he'll kind of just jump off the table and kind of spin his head around, like not just playfully. Doesn't care who's around though, so you kind of gotta watch him. But And then we just had a baby goat like 4 days ago, and it's just running around, just kind of jumping, hopping, kind of figuring things out. So I mean, it's cool to watch that. But no, we don't really have any ones that run and jump off each other yet, because we're not done.
Yeah,
it's bound to happen.
Yet. You gotta say yet.
Right, yeah.
Sure.
Yet is the key word for sure. But I do know you do have the fainting goats, though. I've seen the videos of the fainting goats. I love that. Like why is that a thing? Why is fainting a defense mechanism?
So I'm about to hit you with some knowledge though, because I didn't know. So apparently, sheep farmers use them as like, I guess they make X dollars off of sheep valuable than goats. So I don't know how, but they were bred specifically for genes. So when a wolf comes into the pack, the goats will faint, and the sheep can get back to. So it's actually a smart thing, but like you're just like, yo, who would think a faint? How do you even know that goats faint? How do you breed that out? Seriously, come on.
Right. Like it's one of my favorite things to look up on YouTube is fainting goats. It like brings me to tears and laughter because like it's such a weird ass thing, but it's so crazy.
Yeah, he's a little troublesome. I actually posted an ad the other day to get rid of him because he kind of pissed me off, but I think I'm over that right now. So I cut small holes in the bottom of the fence for the chickens to kind of go from each pasture or whatever. This guy has figured out, I'm small. I can fit through there. Well, if he would just get through there and chill out, it will be okay. But he gets through there and goes into the chicken house and starts eating the chicken feed. That's not okay.
Oh man,
that's not okay. So I actually he had to wear the stick of shame the other day. I zip tied a piece of wood to his horns, and he had to tote that around all day.
Oh man, he probably felt like such a fool.
Yeah, and he's got a mini donkey that's like his best friend. So like he's like trying to bite it off of him. Like, hey, what's that? It's terrible. It's terrible.
Oh
I can
man,
just imagine a goat and a donkey hanging out. The donkey's trying to pull the stick off him. Oh my god, I love it.
I swear.
I cannot wait to visit the pickleball farm. That's gonna be epic,
man. Like I said, man, y'all got to come out. We got a lot of big things in the works for the whole farm in general. Like we want to do like the pet and zoo aspect. We want everybody to feel welcome. As far as if you come here, you don't have to necessarily get a babysitter for the kids or nothing like that. Like, you're kid friendly. Like all the animals are friendly. I mean, the turkeys won't let you really touch them, but like I can pick them up and you can hold them. Like, they're chill. They're not gonna like scratch your eyes out. I mean, the chickens, if you can catch them, you can pet them. There's a few that will let you. This one like brown chicken. Every night I go out there to close them up. I'll walk up to her and she'll just kind of squat down and spread her wings out. And I'm just like, hey, little baby. So I'll pick her up and like I'll hold her for a little bit. But nah, man, it's it's real cool.
Nice.
Probably I'm trying to get the wife to building like a couple log cabins out on the property. I think it'll be cool for like people to kind of get away, if you will. Kind of just, you can come out, if you come during hunting season, you can hunt, you can fish, you can just relax. I mean, the area that we live in, they used to mine for gold in. So like if you're in the digging for minerals, I mean, like all that stuff, like there's so many different opportunities that we want to try to bring to everybody.
Nice. And I've seen the pictures you posted of the fish that you've caught, those bass, those largemouth bass. Man, those look nice out there in that pond you've got.
Yeah, man. And so the bites just now starting to get turned. They're still probably in a winter pattern, but they should start feeding up real good for the pre-spawn coming up. But I mean, so I caught a 4.5 pounder. It's the biggest one I caught so far, but I actually caught 2 crappie out of there tonight. Surprise for me. I didn't even know they were in there.
Yeah, so I didn't even know crappie were in that area.
Yeah. There's, I mean, we
Really?
got nice crappie, man. There's, there's a lot of reservoirs, and I mean, they're on the Potomac River.
Oh, okay.
I've seen some slabs caught. The biggest one I've seen was like 2.1 pounds, but like no joke, it was the size of a dinner plate.
Really?
And that was,
Oh,
I
wow.
think, out of Lake Montclair. But yeah, man, we got crappie out here. I know y'all got a lot of crappie up north. A lot of people ice fish for them. Y'all,
Yeah.
I'm
Ton
sure
in
y'all are
Michigan.
ice. Yeah, y'all are iced out a lot in up north in Michigan, huh?
Oh, yeah, definitely. So one thing I've wondered, with all the chickens and the turkeys you have, do you guys get enough eggs to like make enough for good meals every day? Like, can you make omelets with all the eggs that those chickens and turkeys are laying, or how does that work?
Yeah. So you can pretty much do whatever you want with the eggs. The thing is, right now we got 8 hens and then another 6 that are laying. So we got about 14 that are laying, and we get anywhere from 8 to 10 eggs a day. We got a lot of chicks, and once they get bigger and start laying in about 3 or 4 months, I mean,
17 that'll start laying.
yeah, so once we get up to all of our chickens that we currently have, we'll probably be seeing 40 to 50 eggs per day.
Damn.
Oh, wow. I love
Wow.
eggs. I could easily live off of eggs. So like the fact that you're getting that many eggs, like I feel like you don't need to go to the grocery store. Just eat the eggs every day and make
Yep.
hard boiled eggs, soft boiled eggs, eggs au gratin,
Eggs
soft boiled
Benedict,
eggs, eggs Benedict.
scrambled eggs. Hey, oh, bubble gum, yeah.
Yeah.
Egg on everything.
Yeah,
I love that you knew where I was going with that.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's a classic. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Like that's serious.
Sitting
Forrest
there-
Gump is
sitting
like
there
the best
scrubbing
movie.
the
That's why.
floor.
Yeah, that's why I wish, like Eddie asked me earlier, like if I could think of what movie he was thinking of while I was taking a piss, and I thought I was hoping it was Forrest Gump, because like I don't know, that's just like the first movie that ever pops into my head because I love that movie so much.
That's your favorite movie?
It's I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's definitely up there in the top 10.
Okay. I would say if somebody asked me my favorite movie off rip or one of my favorite movies, there's 2 movies that come to mind. One is A Few Good Men with Cuba Gooding Jr. And then Blow by Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
I mean, just absolutely like stellar performances all the way across the board.
Oh yeah.
Nice. To show you where my head is, 2 movies that are always in my top 5 are the movie Airplane and the movie Dumb and Dumber.
Yep.
Airplane is one of my all-time favorites. I forkin' love that movie.
I've never seen Airplane. I don't even know if I've ever heard of it, actually.
Oh man.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
You got to see it.
Oh no, my wife looked at me like, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Lane, if you
If
can
you like
hear me,
parody-
lay into him. He should know about Airplane.
Yeah.
He should know about that movie.
Yeah.
They said they
Yeah,
were
you like
laying to me
you
'cause I should
kind of
know
you
about
dropped
it.
a couple notches on the cool factor in my book, but you're still very cool
Oof.
in my book, but just not quite as cool as you used to be. But
Well,
no,
I
if you
will
like
say
parody
this.
movies, then
Yeah,
that's the cream of the crop. Like that's like the Bible when it comes to parody movies, like Naked Gun movies, the
Yep.
scary movies, stuff like
Yeah.
that. If you like that style of movie, Airplane was like the first one that did it perfectly.
And there's so many classic quotes from that. Like, didn't he say like, "I picked the wrong day to stop sniffing glue"? Isn't that from that movie?
Yep, he said.
I've never heard that.
Yeah. No.
I picked the wrong day
Surely-
to stop sniffing glue.
Yeah, surely you
Shirley.
can't be serious. Stop calling me Shirley. Stuff
Yep.
like that.
Yeah. All those
Yeah.
classic,
That's
slapstick.
Yeah, my wife, she said, yeah. Yeah, that's
Like,
all right.
I
But,
wish,
in
I
my
wish,
defense,
I wish my headphone cable was long enough, because I have a movie poster of Airplane right over there, but it's just out of reach. But yeah, it is literally, yeah, that's my favorite movie of all time, Airplane, for sure.
Yeah. In my defense, my wife Lainey is not the resident expert on movies. I just want to go on the record and say that. Because there are many,
I don't know.
many,
If she
many she doesn't
if
know.
she likes Airplane though, and makes fun of you for not seeing the movie Airplane, I don't know if I can validate your statement that you just made, but whatever.
And her response to you is, "Thank you, gentlemen."
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, man. What's new with y'all, man? Y'all know y'all got some moves. Y'all moving and shaking. What's up?
Just, I don't know, man. Just, we had a good time in Grand Rapids a couple weeks ago over there at the Midwest Indoor Winter Pickleball Championships. Weekend before that, I got to do live commentary with Josh J up in Bonita Springs at Chad and Simone's place. That was pretty epic.
Yeah, man. Huge.
Yeah, that was well, I mean, so for those of you guys that are listening, I called Jay. I was trying to connect with him leading up to that because I'm like, so I'm going to be doing live commentary for this, and I don't know what in the hell I'm doing. And, Jay, you're pretty good at this, so any advice you could give me? And we got to talk for a little bit before it went down, but I do appreciate your advice, man.
Man, that's one thing about me, man. I'll teach anybody anything I know, man. Straight up. I mean, that's just me. It does me no good to hold knowledge and not share it, man. Real talk. Because at some point, somebody shares something with me.
Yeah. No, I definitely appreciated it. So
I actually do have some breaking news to update everybody on. So tomorrow I have the day off work, so I'm going to go play at Flat Rock Community Center, and I've got a tournament coming up in April. And originally I was supposed to play with my buddy Mark, but he got a job offer down in Florida, and he's going to be moving down pretty close to wwhere Eddie lives.
Good
so
job,
I
Mark.
lost him as a yeah. I hate you, Mark, but congratulations. But yeah, so I was supposed to play with Mark, so I needed to find a new partner. I found a new partner, and my new partner for the April tournament, we're going to play together in Flat Rock tomorrow morning. But I also just recently signed up and registered to do a tournament in Ohio in 2 weeks, and I'm playing with Eddie, not this Eddie, but Eddie, the brother of Anthony, who is our good friend. Eddie played with him in a tournament recently. I played against Anthony in a tournament in Heartland, Michigan. So his brother, Eddie, is going to be my partner for a tournament coming up in Ohio. And he just informed me that he is going to join me tomorrow in Flat Rock also. So,
Nice.
so now I got to decide, who am I going to try to get more practice with? Eddie or Ray, who I'm going to play with later in April. I mean, I know the one in 2 weeks is probably more important, but still, I feel like I originally made plans to play with Ray tomorrow, and then Eddie at the last minute kind of said he's going to play with me tomorrow in the Flat Rock. So I feel like I've got kind of a dilemma on my hands here. What do you suggest, Jay? How do I handle this situation?
So, well, Anthony is a good player. We all play. We got some games down in Florida, and we actually had a phone conversation with his brother, and his brother is all about pickleball, like die hard, just like me, just like you, just like Anthony. So, I mean, if you get the chance to play with him, I mean, I would definitely play with him. I mean, if you got to go to multiple spots to play with multiple people, you got to do what you got to do.
I did play with Eddie last week when we were a couple weeks ago when we were in Grand Rapids, and we played pretty good together. Eddie and I, I feel like this is getting confusing, but the other Eddie and I played against this Eddie and Anthony, and we did pretty damn good against you guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you guys are gonna be a good team. He's an intense player, though. That's for sure. Absolutely intense.
Yeah.
Dude, Anthony goes, I mean, balls to the wall. No joke. I'm like, we were playing in Key West. I look over, he's laid out like an outfielder trying to get to the ball. I'm just like, bro, that's gonna leave a mark. Don't do that. I mean, make me hurt.
Yeah, he's not afraid to dive after those balls.
dude. I mean, all in, baby. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. It ain't never over, man. Never.
What I love about Anthony though is I played the first time he ever played pickleball was a day against me. Him and his dad played against me and my friend Lisa in Royal Oak, and it was his first time ever playing pickleball. And they ended up beating us because him and his dad I think have a tennis background, and I feel like people that have a tennis background just like naturally they're great at pickleball, but they have like that banger game that sometimes us that like the slower game, it kind of gets it. It can beat us frequently if we're not smart about the way that we play. So they just barely beat us. But I do remember like we had an early lead in the game, and they both got quite a bit frustrated. But it's pretty awesome to see how much he has grown from the time that he first played. And then I played against Anthony and Eddie both in a tournament in Heartland, Michigan, and they beat us. It was a very close match, but they ended up beating us. And then just a few weeks ago in Grand Rapids for the Midwest Indoor Winter Pickleball Tournament, just to see how much Anthony has grown as a player has been awesome to see.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
him and I had to claw our way to get silver in that men's 3.0 tournament, the one where I was at when I met Jay back in December. I mean, we literally we had to fight to the death to get silver in that tournament. And if you see any of the videos that were live streamed from Jay, you'll see it and you'll hear it, man. Like we had to fight, and that was to win silver in a 3.0, and then now him being able to compete at higher level, it's impressive what he's really done by dedicating his game.
That's
Oh,
I
for
mean,
sure.
and it's good to see people like that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? When you first kind of get into pickleball, not everybody starts at square one. You know, different people have different backgrounds, whether it be a tennis background, a ping pong background, just an overall athletic background. You know, so that may give them a step up. But you know, once you kind of get your feet wet and kind of see the competition and where you stack up against it, you know what I'm saying? Some people kind of are just like, I'm good, I'm just gonna sit here. But there's ones that are like, you know what? I want to play the best. I want to play against the best. I'm not content. I don't want to just get stuck. I want to keep grinding to be the best that I can possibly be. You know, and Anthony is a prime example of that. You know, hasn't been playing pickleball long, very athletic. He's tall. You know, he's got long wingspan. All that stuff matters in pickleball. You know what I'm saying? So that allows him to progress fast, and he's got the mindset. I mean, he's a go-getter, straight up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All that matters.
Nice. Yeah, he actually
No
made a comment
diggity,
on Facebook.
no doubt.
Yeah.
He actually he threw a comment in Facebook earlier saying he was gonna listen to this live stream tomorrow on his way to Vero Beach for a tournament. So he'll be happy with
Hi,
what we've been
Anthony.
talking about.
Hi.
Hi, Anthony.
Uh,
Yeah, nah, we had some good times, man.
Key West, right?
Flew in. Yeah, Key West was good, man. It was good. Nice scenery, man. Nice town. Matter of fact, yo, right here on the counter, and I've been meaning to do a video about this, and I will in the next day or so. Like everybody talks about negative stuff, and everybody can kind of bitch about negative stuff that they've just interactions that they had. So we went to find something to eat. What is the strip down there called?
Duval Street.
Duval Street, exactly. Yep. So he's like, yo, you want some Mexican? I was like, I could do Mexican. So we go into this place, we kind of sit down. We end up running into the one and only Golden Boy and a few other people. So we're sitting down and, they kind of get something to eat. I think I ate like a little bit of his quesadilla. Anthony was talking to him about some special guacamole or special salsa that the guy makes. And he's like, oh, if you like it, I'll give you some to go, man. And he's just like, yeah, for sure. So the next night, we're not even going there to eat. We passed the owner of this place on Duval Street. He comes up to us because he recognizes us and is like, yo, how y'all doing? Y'all having a good time. If y'all need anything, I'm not working tonight, but, stop by. And we go there to have dinner. This dude is not even on the clock. He goes in there and and gets our order. I mean, I thought he was just like the manager. Come to find out, he's the general manager. But he physically goes back there, tells these guys to get our food ready, gets it situated, makes it come out, and then he comes out and sits down with us. And it wasn't like a harassing way. It was like y'all are family. I'm gonna treat y'all like family. We're gonna sit down and break bread together. You know what I'm saying? And it's very hard to find like just people that are that genuine, if you will.
Right.
It wasn't like a waiter that every bite you take, they come around and like, yo, you okay? You okay?
Right.
You okay?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
You good?
I don't like that.
How's your food?
Yeah, I don't
right?
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But I mean, we got to talking about family, this, that, and the third. And so he gave me his card. It was at the Old Town Mexican Cafe. And the dude's name is Julian. He's a general manager. I promise you, my recommendation, if you go down to Key West, you have got to go to Old Town Mexican Cafe. Hands down, best food, straight up.
All right.
Nice.
I'll do it. Yeah. I mean, my wife and I were actually just talking the other day about taking a trip down there because we love it every time I go down there. So we'll have to hit that up for sure.
Yeah, man, for sure. I mean, the fish is fresh. He's like, it's caught every day. We don't do no ship it in. We're right here on the water. We use our resources. And I was like, I understand.
Nice, man. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, guys, guess what?
It's bedtime.
It is.
What?
It's 9:24, and I live in Naples, which means it's like
it's midnight.
24. Yeah, right. Marco midnight, we call it down here. It's like 24 minutes past my bedtime. Honestly, I feel like I could sit here and talk all night, and I love this.
Oh,
Webby,
for
I'm
sure.
digging this new format, man. Dinking around with Eddie and Webby.
I love it. I love it, man. Jay, thank you very much for joining us. This is the first ever Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby, and I feel like it's going to be hard to top this. I mean, this was an epic first episode.
I totally agree, man.
It started rough, man. I was like, please, I hope it works. So I had to go out to the car twice, get headphones, plug them in, troubleshoot it. But perseverance pays off. I'm telling you. That's it. It goes to show it right there.
I love it. I love the passion.
I appreciate y'all having me on, man.
Yeah. Anytime,
definitely.
man.
Thank you for joining us. This was a very pleasant surprise because I had no idea that you were tuned in. I had no idea you were the one that was going to be our first ever call in for the Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby show. I love it. And this was awesome.
Hey, does anybody know what time it is?
It's game time, baby, right?
It's game time, baby. That's the only time it ever is. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
Straight up.
Hashtag game time.
Yeah,
That's it. I don't even got a watch on and that thing say game time, baby.
Love it. Oh.
Man, y'all boys have a good night, man. Y'all sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And that's that.
All right, Jay.
All right,
we'll talk
thanks,
to you, man.
man.
I'll see
Thanks for
you in a
joining
month or so down here at the U.S. Open.
Yes, sir.
All right. See you, man. Dude, how great was that, right?
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was so cool. Unscripted, unplanned. We had no idea Jay was going to join us. That was an amazing first episode of Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby.
I totally agree. And you remember right before Scott Golden came on our podcast, he had kind of like this impromptu conversation with Kyle Yates, right? And during it, he kind of was saying like, oh, forget about those podcasts that, have all this scripting and plan stuff. We're just going to have like a nonchalant conversation. And I thought he was making fun of us, right? A little bit, but I totally see what he means now, right? Like,
yeah,
it's cool just to have like really no plan. Just go out there, talk about pickleball, have a few topics, and then see what happens.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But yeah, I 100% thought he was directly ripping on us when he talked about that. But it's a totally different experience. Not just like off the cuff. Just go with the flow, not planning anything whatsoever. I love it. So I just hope people tune in and we just get, even if it's not a professional pickleball player, not a sponsored pickleball player, just anybody, just somebody that's passionate about pickleball.
Right.
Just tune in to the post podcast episode. We would love to have you on and just shoot the shiznit, if you will.
That's right. Before we sign off, couple things, couple YouTube comments. Brandon Swanson did say he will be at the Beer City Open, so we're excited to meet you,
nice.
Brandon. That'll be cool. Stephanie Asher Dabs said 2 heart emojis. You should practice with me. Sideways smiley face, sideways smiley face. So I think that we should play with Stephanie soon.
I actually played with her recently. She's the one that wanted to do a 2-versus-1 match against her because she felt so confident that she could beat us. That might have been true like about 8 months ago or so, but I feel like now that would not be a fair match because we've gotten a lot better than we were in the early days of Eddie and Webby.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we definitely have improved, but I don't know. I've never seen Stephanie play, so could happen. One more comment here I want to bring up. Steve Smith said, "What's up, Eddie, Webby, and Jay?" Sorry we didn't get to give you a shout out when Jay was on, but what's going on, Steve? How are you, man? Hope everything is well. That's all I got, man. What you got? Anything you want to talk about?
No, I think that's it. I think that was an awesome first episode of Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby. And I think we should definitely keep this tradition going. I loved it. I thought it was super fun. And yeah.
Well, we'll keep this going. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This has been the first ever Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby. More to come. And on that note, I'm Eddie.
And until next time, this is Webby, not Eddie, signing off.
See ya.